So here is another example for the double axis coordinates system. So we have a coordinate system x, n, y, and we have here another coordinate system like this, and like this, x and y, and a and b. We'll name this coordinate, okay? And here is the force. So I will make it a little bolder. So the force, it means the F is equal to 450 newtons. This is 30 degrees. Here is also 30 degrees, and here is also 30 degrees. So you have to find out all coordinates, full coordinates for F. It means, so I will divide it in two parts. Part 1 we will go for fx and fy. So it means the fx is equal to 450 newtons times cosine of, so we have the degree, it means degree is 30. When we multiply 450 times cosine of 30, we'll get 389.71 newtons. And for fy, we go 450 times sine of 30 degrees. So fy is equal to 225 newtons. And now we will go for part 2. So for part 2, you have to find the f. It means instead of x we have b. It means fb and fa for fy. So we'll go for, first we go for fb. It means for fx. So for this we will go the force we have, so 450 newtons times cosine of. So how we could find the angle here? So we have 30 here, 30 here. When we 30 plus 30, we will get the theta for 60 degrees. So our cosine is 60 degrees, and when we multiply, we will be getting fb is equal to 225 newtons. So now we'll go for fa. It means fy, because this is the angle. So the first axis is here, and the second axis are kind of a counterclockwise moved, and we have here the same force, 450 times sine of 60 degrees. When we multiply 450 with sine of 60 degrees, we will be getting 389.71 newtons. Yeah, this is because and here is, so here we have x and y axis, and we have a force exerted 80 kilonewtons, 80 kilonewtons, and we have a double axis for this thing, like one is like this, another like this. So this is we name it u and v. This is the x, y, u, v. U is instead of x and v is instead of y. We have the force 80. We have 80 kilonewtons. So if we find the component for this force, so first of all we'll go for the x. So if for x and y axis would be, this would be the x, and this would be the y. And if we find this the force code, this is the p coordinate for the u and v. So this would be something like the v would go like this, the v and the u will go like this. So we have two different coordinates, we have two axes and we will find four coordinates. That means pu, px, px, py, pu, pv, and we will find it right here. So first of all, we'll go for, so we'll name this number 1 and number 2. So in the number 1 we will find the px and py. So for the px we will go px, means the force, means the 80 kilonewton times cosine of, and we have the, and how we can find the angles. So the angles are given like this. This is 60 degrees, and here we have another 20 degrees. So the degree between it means the displacement of this axis u and v is 20 degrees along with the x-axis, and we don't have the exact degree for finding that this angle is, we name it theta, is unknown. So how we could find this? So finding this would be, so we have 60, so finding theta, 60 minus 20, we will get the theta is 40 degrees. So here, see here we have cosine of 20 degrees because the x-axis we have, it's, so because the, for the if we find the p, so the p for this angle, we find that the, for this is given 60 degrees. Cosine of 60 degrees is equal to, when we multiply these two, we will be getting like so here when we multiply 80 kilonewtons times cosine of 60 degrees, we will getting 40 kilonewtons. So for the next one, we'll go for py. So py, we will get 80 times sine of 60 degrees. When we multiply that, 80 times sine of 60 degrees, we'll be getting 69.28 kilonewtons. So this is the coordinate for the first axis, x and y. So now we'll go for part 2. It means pu and pv. So for this, if we to find the p, so the x is pu. So to find pu, we will, so for now, if we so that the force is the same, it means the 80 times cosine of, so it's u is instead of x, we will get the x is cosine of, and we find out the angle here, it means 40 degrees. When we multiply this, pu is equal to 61.28 kilonewtons. And now for PV, so for PV we have the same 80 kilonewtons times sine of 40 degrees. Sine because V is instead of Y, so it's be sine. And when we multiply cosine, here is not, this is nothing, okay? This is just 80. And 80 times sine of 40 is equal to 5, so the PV is equal to 51.42 kilonewtons. This is the coordinate for this problem, and that's it.